Louisiana, the state that comes to mind when you think of the South. From our beautiful countrysides to our amazing food and culture. If you ask any resident of Louisiana, they'll more than likely tell you that Louisiana is the greatest state in America. But like any great place, it has its fair share of problems, with the major one being climate change. According to the EPA, atmospheric warming from greenhouse gas emissions made events like the storm in August 2016, where more than 2 feet of rainfall hit the state and rose the river levels to an all-time high. Since 1958, the amount of rainfall during heavy rainstorms have increased by 27%. Not only that, but rapidly rising temperatures in Louisiana in the last 30 years, driven by human-caused global warming, have been linked to a number of health, safety, and environmental threats, according to NOLA.com. Louisiana's average monthly temperatures increased by 1.57 degrees between 1988 and 2017. While doing my research, I had the opportunity to speak with many residents who had no problem describing what Louisiana meant to them. One thing that is agreed upon is that it's very
hot.
It's hot,
The
huh?
weather's so dang hot down here, it's unbelievable, Jack. You can ball an egg on the concrete.
Cajun food.
Cajun.
Crawfish. Party. Bourbon Street in New Orleans.
We have our own way of cooking. We speak our French language. We have our heritage here. We live in a swamp.
Kind of like the food. I like when they play music in like the little restaurants, especially the crawfish. It's catching on to me. I really love it.
Crawfish.
Get the cocktail sauce, you know.
Louisiana means there's some good personality, and people always like to have fun in Louisiana. And Louisiana is the one that's party all the time.
Good hospitality, football, down south football. That's our heartbeat. Football and barbecue.
Louisiana to me means, you know, the food, the culture, freedom, I guess. Kind of in our own little corner of the world, it feels like sometimes over here. And we got our own problems just like everybody else, but we seem to work through them, and we got the bounty of the land. And
man, to me, Louisiana is partying, laid back, fun country. You know, not city, but not country, just laid back, fun life, man.
Love LaGrange.
Because it's only like females and like water. That's
Oh shit! I never said
females, water, and food. Like that's what Louisiana means to me.
Louisiana means to be a lot of culture, heritage.
It's home of the four-wheelers.
Home of the four-wheelers, huh?
Bull riding and stuff like that.
Right.
Really like the snow crab down here. That's where I get all my food from. Because it ain't going to be nothing like that if we go somewhere else. And I really love that meat pies. Those the best.
All right.
To me, culture, which of course has its own French culture, as I'm pretty sure a lot of people know. Southern culture, Southern hospitality.
Man, Louisiana is a good place to be. But and it means a lot if we could only just keep everything in line and perspective. You know, people respecting each other.
By that same token, being that I've traveled throughout the world, I can go to the grocery store, look somebody in the eye, say hello, and 9 times out of 10 they're gonna say hello back. Matter of fact, most of the time we usually just greet each other in the eyes. Somebody's gonna say something.
Right.
I've been to several parts where you look somebody in the eye and you pretty much gonna challenge them to a fight and whatnot, you know.
We're all good people. Everyone says hello. You never meet a stranger. And it's just the best place to live, I think.
And I've only been here for 15 years, but it was a quiet place for me to raise my kids. It was easier to raise my kids, and I stayed. I haven't went back home yet.
Well, because Louisiana to me means family. It means it's home where the heart is. Food, good food. That's about it. That's about it.
Louisiana, best place on earth.
I was born and raised here, and I wouldn't be nowhere else.
In Alexandria, we are in the center. Then you can go further down south, and the dialect changes, and you hear the heavy French dialogue mixed in, and it's not just New Orleans people. I'm talking about Mamu and Ville Platte, Unit.
I mean, you think about everything Louisiana has to offer, you know, the culture, I mean, the food, the people, the hospitality, you know, just sometimes the good old southern debauchery. I mean, it's lovely. I mean, it means a lot to me. I mean, without Louisiana, I wouldn't know the meaning, or excuse me, the definition of chivalry. Louisiana is the place that you can go and you realize the small things does matter. Right. The way you talk to people, how you say, hey, you know, hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? You know, what's up? You know, like, what's up, baby? How you doing? Let's say Baton Rouge. You know, those type of things are amazing, you know, and, you know, it's so unique, and you only can find it in one place, and that's Louisiana.
When asked about climate change, I was given many different responses, ranging from not believing in it, while others weren't even sure what it was. But the most common response was,
I don't know about the climate change, but the weather down here is shy. It's so dang hot. I went outside my backyard yesterday, and the thermometer said, I went to read the thermometer and tried, so he told me bust.
It's hot, boss. Very hot. Very hot.
Climate change, as far as I can recall, when I was a younger boy, it seemed like in our, I guess around February, December, January and February, we had a lot colder weather. It is a lot hotter nowadays, you know.
Climate change, I think it's always just been hot.
Okay.
To me, I don't think it has any effect.
I think climate change is natural to the world.
Natural to the world.
It is basically hot 12 months out the year nowadays. I think last year it got cold once. Maybe 1 to 2 days that I recall.
Climate change sucks, man. I mean, it gets hot, it gets cold. You never know what the weather will be like.
I mean, climate change is one of those things that's happened for millions of years. There was ice ages, there was hot times, there was, I don't know what effect we as humans are having on it or not. I can't speak, I'm not a scientist, but there's definitely different than it used to be. It's cold when it used to be hot, and it's hot when it used to be cold, and there's definitely a difference, but I don't know what the effect is or what's causing it.
Well, it's not the same as when I was growing up. When I was growing up, it didn't seem so hot, and the weather seemed different, and now we have terrible weather. The heat is awful, and it's just getting worse and worse.
I believe there has been a great deal of climate change in the last 40 years. It is getting a lot hotter than it used to. Perfect. I don't know what's doing it, but something is.
I hate it. There's no winter, summer, fall, spring anymore. It goes from winter to summer, and there's no in between anymore.
It's real. It's definitely real. The heat is unbelievable, and we don't even have winters like we used to.
My thing on the climate change is, you know, it's getting hotter every year for longer periods of time, and it's getting colder every year. But, you know, I only worry about the stuff that you can control. And if more people were like that, I think it'd be a better place, you know.
I'm not sure about climate change, but I know we're making ourselves sick of what we consume. We need to get rid of the lobbyists in Washington, D.C. to begin with, because there's a lot of things we consume, manufacturers put in, don't need to be. It's been that way for a long time. That's what I think. And we're poisoning ourselves.
I think the man-made part's being oversold.
Right.
I think it's being used as a tool to attack corporations and bleed money out of them, like what's going on in South Louisiana right now with the current administration. Him and his trial lawyer compadres are suing the oil companies, or threatening to, if they come in and it's anywhere in South Louisiana and want to drill or do any new exploration. I don't believe there's enough evidence here to say that that's man-made, or that the oil companies have any direct, absolute impact. I believe it's something that was happening to begin with. But I'm not a scientist, so I don't know for sure. That's what I believe. I don't trust people. these people. I think these people are after money. I think they'll sue anybody to get a dime, and I believe that they're using the man-made trying to sell man-made climate change rather than, of course, there is climate change. There always has been. There always will be. I don't believe there's anything we can do about it.
Woo! Oh man, that's what they call it. Okay, that's a beautiful thing to call. Just to be honest, climate change is a real issue. People don't consider something as climate change as a big factor, but how do you breathe? How do you live? Like, what do you depend on? I mean, think about it. Without photosynthesis, without cellular respiration, without anaerobic or aerobic respiration, period.
Right.
How can you live? See, people don't understand the atmospheric contents of what's going on with Earth, period. It's a legitimate issue. And it makes me upset because, number one, I have my degree in biology. And science is a passion for me. Science is life. So when somebody takes something as far as your breathing as light, then clearly one is not, how can I say, educated or informed, or maybe not competent to understand the complexity of this issue. And that's real life. Like your real life depends on it. Plants depend on it. Water. We're saying water is the key to life. But water depends on the atmospheric pressure of the earth. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Water has 3 states: solid, liquid, gas. You know this, it's basic.
Right.
The most potent form of water besides liquid is gas. From water, from H2O, everything can be built. Everything can be manifested. Everything can be either manipulated, dropped down, or escalated.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So when somebody talk about, oh, this is not there, or they don't know what they're talking about, or this and that, well, let's say you cut down all the trees. How you gonna breathe? I mean, we have an over influx of metal on the earth, period, which is causing this heat wave to be more hotter than it's ever been. Metal is a conductor. Conductor means to absorb and produce heat. Think about how many cities are getting built up. What they doing to get it to build up those cities, excuse me? They're cutting trees down. You cut down your shade, you cut down your protection, you cut down your protection, what do you have? You have exposure. Once you expose everything, there's nothing left.
With this great state facing so many climate problems, it's going to take all of us to work together to have a climate solution. With so many loving residents of Louisiana, I know it's more than possible. And although we view things differently, we can all agree that this is our
It's home.
It's hard.
This is my home. I've been my home for 38 years.
It feels like home, and it would make Louisiana.
Louisiana is home.
Louisiana means home.
It's my home state. I've been here all my life.
It's home. I've been to different locations and I always come back home.
It's my home.
It's your
It'll always
home.
be my home. Even if I go somewhere else, it's my home.
We can make a change, but it don't take me, it don't take you, it takes everybody to come together as one to make a change, man.
Right.
Louisiana is a great place to live if we all come together. And that's
Right.
no doubt.